In today's upcycled sewing project, I will be transforming this old shirt into a cute summer dress. So if you want to see how, then keep on watching. For the bodice pattern, I am going to be using these that I draped last year. Original patterns was 4 pieces. I decided to just turn it to 3 pieces instead. I am obsessed with sweetheart neckline. That's why I decided to make another dress with the same bodice design. Now let's deconstruct the shirt. So I got this shirt like 2 years ago, and I don't know why I haven't done anything to it. Maybe because I'm just reserving it for that perfect sewing project, and today is the day. And here I am marking the pieces, which side is going up, and the zipper. Just because I'm terrible at sewing solid fabrics, I tend to get confused. So this time I am marking the front sides. For reference, the shirt was size extra large. My intention for this sewing project was zero waste, but actually it was difficult because I did not have enough shirt to create a long dress. So here I'm just going to cut the remaining fabrics to rectangle strips of fabrics, and my idea was piece this together to create a skirt. And I was super excited, and I'm just cutting the remaining fabrics so they're all the same size. Then I realized it's not long enough for me to be able to wear it because I don't wear mini dresses. First idea was use this striped fabric, but the shade is not quite the same. And I just searched some more fabric in my fabric stash, and I found this lilac fabric that I had been hoarding for a long time. So I had 2 yards of these, and I just basically cut it to rectangular strips of fabric, and then I'm just going to piece it together to create ruffles. I did not measure the length of it just because I was eyeballing it, but I did measure the width. It was 12 inches, including the seam allowance on top and bottom. Those are the lining pieces. I ended up not using the last skirt tier. Now I can move on to assembling the bodice pieces. Match the right sides of the fabrics, and I am going to be doing the same thing to the bodice lining. And since I mark all the outer side of the fabric, it was very easy to match it up. Next, I am going to grade the curve, and then I'm going to press the seams open. I'm a little nervous about this V waist right here, but I like this detail, so hopefully I don't mess it up. I am going to sew a gather stitch along the top edge of the first tier, and I'm going to match it to the bodice waistline. Just be sure to find the center of the bodice and the ruffle so you will get an even distribution of the fabric. Once I am satisfied with the gathering, I am going to stitch it across. Now the easy part is done, and the confusing bit is going to be next. I'm working on the lining now, so this is the first tier of the lining, and I attach it to the bodice lining. If you notice, there is no gathering on the lining because I don't want to add extra volume along the waistline. I will close it right here. This is where the zipper is going to end. Then I work on the second tier of the lining. So I match the right sides of the fabric and then stitch at the side seams. Then I am going to grab the ruffle, and I'm just going to gather it to match the width of the second tier. I'm not gonna lie, it took me a while to figure this out, like how am I going to attach the lining for the bottom tier. And yeah, I it was a little mind-bending sewing project. Once I figured it out, I stitched the tier on the lining. How did I do it? I I forgot. Yeah, because this clip is very confusing. Okay, it looks like I placed the second lining piece on top of the ruffle that I was working on earlier. Then I stitched them together and voila, it reveals this lining so I can attach the bottom ruffle. Then I just gather the ruffle to match the width of the lining, then stitch across. I have this lace left over from my two previous sewing projects, so I decided to just add this along the sweetheart neckline. At this point, I can easily add the straps that I was going to use for this dress, but I realized I just want to make sure it will fit, so I'm just going to stitch it on later once the dress is completed. I grade the neckline, especially along the curve. Then I press it and understitch the lining. This is my first time to add built-in bra to any of the garments that I made, and I actually really like it. I don't know why I was intimidated to do this before, and it's actually really nice. It gave the bust some good shaping. Just hand stitch it right at the princess seams because I don't really know how to install it. Next, I added the zipper. Now, adding the zipper was very tricky for this project. Normally, I don't get intimidated when adding invisible zipper, but with this project I was super nervous just because there are so many layers, but I eventually figured it out, so I just stitched it on the outer fabric. I ended up closing the lining back seam first just because I was so confused. There must be an easy way when attaching this, so next time I'm going to try to make another dress just to try to find a better way because it was very difficult for me and I can't stand it. After I installed the zipper successfully, I was like, yay, now it's time to hem the ruffles. Then I made some straps. I have 4 pieces here. It's about 20 inches long, 1.5 inches wide. I was deciding if I should do a tie straps or double straps. I ended up going for double straps because I am terrible at tying bows. I simply just place the straps where it's comfortable and look at the inside of the dress. It is so neat. I can't believe it. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like this shirt transformation. I know I didn't use a lot of it and I still have a good amount of fabric left over, so let me know what I should make with those leftover pink fabrics. Thanks for watching again, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!